Scarlett Johansson. There's so many questions about her diet and underwear she was wearing. And I was like, I wish I had a platform where I could ask them actual questions about what it's like to be a woman in sci-fi.
So speaking of games, you have a podcast.
It's true.
Called Conversations While Gaming. What inspired you to start this podcast?
Okay. I went to Rhode Island Comic Con and I was really excited to meet Gates McFadden because I've been in a Star Trek kick and I've been watching it all like in order. They had a panel and they invited people up to ask questions. I wasn't prepared, but these guys are Comic-Con guys and they were ready and they raced up and they got the first spots to ask questions. The dudes took all the time for the questions, but they didn't even ask questions. They were like basically just going up there and like flattering the person, like, check out my outfit, I'm cosplaying as you, and then didn't ask any questions. And I was so irritated with their wasted opportunities and wasted time. And I was dying to know that like an actual question for her. I was like, it would be really fun if I could start my own podcast and then start like small, but eventually be able to interview women in sci-fi. If I could be the person in control and then I could ask them questions about their career, because these women are always facing these like very annoying questions. I know I saw all the interviews for like Scarlett Johansson. There's so many questions about her diet and underwear she was wearing. And I was like, I wish I had a platform where I could ask them actual questions about what it's like to be a woman in sci-fi, because I love science fiction stuff. I would love someday to interview Gates McFadden, just me and her someday. And then like someday I would love to interview Katie Sackhoff. So many cool women in sci-fi, and it must be so interesting to be a woman in sci-fi, especially Gates McFadden, because she was in the 90s, way before Me Too movement. Can't imagine how much that would have sucked. She must have such interesting stories about what it was like.